appreciate everybody being here. By the way, eyes. I love it because I know I got everybody's attention and I am seeing everybody's eyes. So, typically when we talk about why we are here, and it involves 15 for life, I kind of wait till the end because I know I can get all emotional, I can chirp as long as I want to. That's not going to be the situation tonight. We want to get you guys out here sweating, grinding, getting reps, getting touches, learning something, becoming better lacrosse players. However, we are not doing our job if we don't talk about one of the main reasons that we are out here, and that is the foundation that I just mentioned, 15 for life. You look at my hat, Twitter version of everything, one of my college roommates, one of my college captains, one of the greatest players I ever played with, Rob Kavovit, about a year and a half ago, succumbed to depression. And we all know what that means. Nobody likes to use the big words, but we all understand what that means when we talk about somebody allowing their emotions to get the best of them. None of us are above it. And because of that, when his family put things together after the fact, when they settled down and they said, what can we do to make the world a better place in light of what Rob went through and how horrific it was when he took his own life, they decided to talk about this exact demographic. Stud athletes, great citizens, men, people that stereotypically and traditionally have never had the guts to step up and say, you know what, bro, I'm in a bad place and I'm just not feeling great. I am concerned about my mental health. No, we've always been told, suck it up, deal, and that is wholly inappropriate. Because I'll tell you right now, every one of us has had bad days. I'm not just talking about a bad day. I'm talking about a bad week. I'm talking about a bad month. But when those times hit, you need to understand that if you look at a room full of 10 guys that look just like you, any 10 guys here, and you say to them, I'm not on the right page right now, I am not feeling my best, guaranteed 8 of those guys will be like, I know exactly what you're going through. And I also didn't have the guts to step up and say something about it. Well, the long and the short of it is, the stakes are way, 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 way too high for us to remain silent anymore. We need to be there for ourselves, number one. You need to be able to speak out and reach out for help. Number two, we need to be there for our teammates. And we need to be able to look at those guys and say, there's something wrong with Steven right now, and I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna give him a fist bump and make sure he's okay. And number three, we need to be there for our parents, because sometimes as parents, you look at all these guys out here, not only are we out here with a whistle around our necks, we are also the ones that put food on the table, we are the ones that put roofs over your head, and we may not pick up on every little idiosyncrasy that is going on with our kids. Any subtlety that we're saying to ourselves, something's a little off, but you know what? I got a million balls in the air right now. We're all drinking from a fire hose, and we have other things to focus on. No, you need to be the person that pulls mom or dad aside and says, I'm not in a great place. Let's talk a little bit. Because I'll tell you right now, everything is manageable. Everything going through your mind is manageable. You just have to be willing to speak up. So we talk about Rob Kavovit. We talk about 15 for life. That was his jersey number, but it is so prescient that we talk about 15 for life. Because for 15 seconds a day, you need to reflect. You need to reach out. You need to talk to somebody, whether it's making him a better man or catering to your own emotions and making sure that we all leave that day better people with a smile on their face. You look at 2 coaches right now. Coach Fusco, he didn't play with Rob Kavovit. However, he was on campus at the time because Rob was getting his master's degree after he had lost eligibility, but he was still my roommate. Pete knows what Rob is all about. Even more important, Toby Price. Played with the guy, won a national title with him, assisted him on one of the most awkward goals in the history of Syracuse UMass lacrosse. Doesn't change the fact that we understand the quality of this person. The guy that I'm talking about, that RK, he is the most level-headed person you'd ever met. The last person you would ever think that would fall victim to any kind of emotional instability, but it happened. And I'm not gonna let any of it happen to you. So when your parents cut that check, and I hope you guys all understand that anytime your parents cut a check for anything you guys do, you say thank you. Part of what they cut a check for today is making sure that foundations like this, 15 for life, are well funded and they can get the message out about how important it is that as men, as alpha men, as stud athletes, as stud students, as stud citizens, as stud sons, we also understand that we may have a low moment and we're willing to cater ourselves and cater to our friends when we deal with that. Hands in, let's go. 15 for life on 3. 1, 2, 3.
15 for life!